What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's late night news roundup. I'm going to give you a heads up on what we spoke about during tonight's late night agenda, hopefully giving you the latest information with regards to incomings and outgoings at Liverpool Football Club. Tonight, Liverpool agreed a fee with two clubs for Sepp van den Berg, so we'll discuss that and lots more over the next 8 to 10 minutes. Of course, we want to know your thoughts, so let us know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and check out the Anfield Agenda Clips channel. So look, let's get into the Sepp van den Berg situation. Two clubs have agreed a fee, are you ready, of £25 million for Sepp van den Berg. Those two clubs, Brentford and Bayer Leverkusen. According to reports tonight from the journos, it's going to come down to which club the player wants to move to. Personally, if I'm Sepp van den Berg, I'm moving to Bayer Leverkusen, play in the Champions League, play under the current Bundesliga champions, and of course under Xabi Alonso. So let's wait and see what happens there. But Liverpool bided their time. They waited, and eventually two offers came in that they've accepted. Now it's up to the player. So that's all very well and good, right? Bringing in money is great, but you got to spend the money. And I think Joe Gomez is starting to run out of some options. Newcastle, according to David Ornstein, have a list drawn up that includes Tapsoba and others, but not Joe Gomez, maybe. So is he going to stay at Liverpool? Well, I certainly hope so. I know Villa are interested. Newcastle we've mentioned. Fulham agreed a deal for Addison from Crystal Palace. So I can't see them then going and selling Mark Gay as well and stripping themselves of both their centre backs. So let's wait and see what happens here. Maybe Crystal Palace come in for Joe Gomez, but I would also love Joe Gomez to stay at Liverpool Football Club for all the obvious reasons. His versatility, his great service to the club, and the fact that we know we can trust him. So again, let's wait and see what happens with Joe. I want to congratulate Virgil van Dijk as well, who was named in the Premier League Team of the Year. Another great achievement for the big man, and also shows us that he's certainly not falling away with regards to his level. So Mr. Edwards, Mr. Hughes, please do give him a new contract, as well as Trent Alexander-Arnold and potentially Mr. Mohamed Salah as well. Be great. Give them all new deals. That can be done between the end of the window and the January window, but it has to get done. So let's wait and see what happens there. Still no breaking news around any negotiations with any of them. So let's wait and see. Other potential deals that are happening. Well, James Pearce has spoken about players who may be departing Liverpool Football Club during this window. I'm going to give you a flavour of what he had to say. He said it promises to be a busy end to the window in terms of outgoings as Liverpool consider offers for players such as Nat Phillips, Sepp van den Berg, whom we've already spoken about, Ben Doak and Tyler Morton. So they could be all potential sales. Then he goes on to say, well, Kate Gordon, Stefan Bajcetic and Owen Beck have been attracting loan interest. Again, no problem clearing up some of the fringe players, but we've got to make sure that we do our part and bring players in. Now, one deal that looks like it is pretty much done, 2 to 3 days maybe, is the Valencia goalkeeper, Georgi Mamradashvili. It looks as though they've agreed a fee of about €30 million, which is a bit of a compromise from the €40 million Valencia were demanding, but there's a little twist in this. He is not going to go on loan to Bournemouth for the season. He's going to stay at Valencia on loan, and that may very well be exactly how Liverpool have managed to get the fee knocked down a little bit there. To us, if he's on loan at Valencia or Bournemouth, does it really make too much of a difference except for the Premier League experience? He's a goalkeeper, so I think leave him be. If it saves us €10 million, brilliant. Now, Mark Gay. Lots of talk again about Liverpool maybe going back in for Mark Gay. I just don't believe it. I just don't think that a player whom I was told by a trusted source and he was told by his own sources that Liverpool did look at Mark Gay, but there's a couple of things that don't make sense to me. If Newcastle are still waiting to hear back on a £65 million bid, I can't see Liverpool gazumping that, and Anderson from Crystal Palace looks like he's moving on. So I don't think Steve Parish and Oliver Glasner are going to weaken themselves even further going into the season. So I don't know if Mark Gay moves. On top of that, we've got other names to throw around like the likes of Inacio, Again, I would say for somebody who plays in a back three all the time at Sporting Lisbon, is he really the one we want to bring in? And is he really good enough? On top of that, if they're going to have to find a replacement, the knockdown version of £38 million against his buyout clause of £51 million, well, you would imagine as each day goes by, you're going to see less and less likelihood of them accepting the lower number, because they have to then go out and find a replacement, and the clock is ticking. Another name has been mentioned is Piero Hincapié, of course, of Bayer Leverkusen. Again, if Capsoba is somebody that Newcastle are going to look at, and we want to go for Hincapié, are they going to sell all their centre-backs in this window? But we do have a bit of an ace up our sleeve if Sepp van den Berg is open to going there, and if Liverpool want Piero Hincapié. Now, I'm going to be honest, as I was on the stream tonight, as I sit here, I don't know which one of those centre-backs, or a name we haven't even spoken about, is more likely. I know I would love Jared Branthwaite and Antonio Silva. They'd be my number 1 and 2 targets, and I'd be more than happy with Mark A. I just don't know if any of those are realistic. But with the sales being made, places being freed up, you would have to imagine that it is a means to an end, and that when we get this money in, we're going to strike late in the window. It's just a matter of making sure that it's a successful strike and not another window of frustration. So let's wait and see how this pans out. Another thing that came to light tonight, which might shed a little bit of light or hope on the Anthony Gordon situation, is Barcelona are potentially looking at selling Ferran Torres back to Newcastle. I say back to Newcastle as in back to the Premier League. That was mentioned in one of the newspapers. So if they buy him, does that make the likelihood of us going in and signing Gordon higher? Well, it certainly wouldn't hurt. So keep an eye on that situation as well. Other things that came to light today were Gary Neville's absolutely ludicrous predictions, where he has Manchester United finishing in 3rd place, with Manchester City 2nd, Chelsea 4th and Liverpool 5th. But here's the kicker. His impact signing of the season, so the player he thinks is going to have the biggest impact on his new team, is Dominic Solanke. Now that in itself isn't really that funny. But when you add into it that he's predicted Spurs to finish 6th, they're gone backwards, because they finished 5th last year without Dominic Solanke. So I struggle to see how adding Dominic Solanke in will send them backwards but still be the biggest impact signing. Love to know your thoughts on that one. That's pretty much it, my friends, as we sit here right now. So it's over to you guys now. Throw some names at me in the comment section. Who do you think we're going to get signed between now and August 30th? Or do you think we're going to end up with nothing and a big bundle of frustration? Because that is absolutely possible as well. So I will be back tomorrow. As always, will be a video at about 5 o'clock. We'll have the stream at 8:45 and then another video summarising the stream tomorrow night. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, or Wednesday if you're watching this very late. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Much love, my friends. We'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.